Go.
Hello and welcome to the Milltown Way, the independent Shamrock Rovers podcast covering all things hoops. I'm Ryan Brennan and I'm joined here by Adam Casey. Today we have a good few things to get through. We'll start off with Friday night's 3-1 victory at home to Galway United. We'll look at Stephen Bradley's comments on Michael Noonan's future. We'll have a quick look ahead to Tuesday's friendly with Hibernian. Pico Lopez advancing with Cape Verde to the round of 32, and we'll preview next Friday's trip to Sligo Rovers. Quite a full agenda, Adam.
Yeah, a lot to get through.
A lot to get through and waste no time in getting to it. Um, well, quite, don't know about you, but I'm quite tired at the minute after staying up till 3 a.m. to watch Roberto Lopez.
Yeah, well, I went back and watched it this morning. I got until half time and then I conked out.
Yeah, I wasn't
Woke up
far
and
off
episode
it.
of Home and Away was on.
I hope you stayed up for that one at least.
Yeah, I couldn't miss it.
Yeah,
That was
no.
must watch.
It was. I found myself with eyes closed at one point hearing the commentators,
Yeah.
but not. And now I need to.
It's like fading out. You need a monster at that point or something.
Yeah, exactly. I had a monster at like
Yeah.
11.
Ooh, with the
Still-
late monster.
Still wasn't enough. Well, just about was enough, but
You need more of a kick.
yeah, a bit more of a pep in your step. But I suppose we'll start off. That is Rovers beating Galway 3-1. And we said before, or particularly in the last episode, about slow starts in Tallaght, about how Rovers don't seem to maybe do too well in Tallaght against teams, particularly that aren't the Dublin Derby,
Yeah.
and that's a bit more of a slower progression in the game. It was a little bit the same, I suppose.
It was slow up until the first goal, really.
Yeah, like until the first goal, which was nearly stoppage time in the first half. I thought it was quite more of the same.
Like
Galway
there
are a
was-
tough team to break down as well.
Yeah, and they were happy enough to just sit there and let Rovers try to break them down. They had, it's not that Rovers didn't have chances, but it's as we've always talked about, it's the quality of the chances rather than the chances themselves. But rather the quality chances rather than the quantity. But yeah, just again, it's that same thing that we've mentioned about in Tallaght, where against someone who's not as big a rival as another Dublin club, such as Bows, Shells, Pats, whatever,
UCD.
you have the biggest one, that they can sometimes struggle to get out of the gate and get going right away.
Yeah, yeah, exactly to that point. Like overall, I suppose there's a much different complexion on this game compared to your other slow starts like Derry. Obviously,
Yeah.
one resulted in a 1-1 draw, the other resulted in a 3-1 victory. So, of course, you're not gonna come away from both games having the same opinion, which is of course. But Rovers, once they did get going, they did well. Obviously, towards stoppage time, as I said, the goals came, and two in quick succession. It could have been more as well.
Yeah,
Early doors, like Rovers, noted after about 6 minutes, Aaron Greene sets up John McGovern. It doesn't trouble the keeper. Then Galway, a few minutes later, have kind of a half attempt the other way, blocked by Sabawale, Jimmy Keown, I'm going to go with.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like that, not much. A little bit of sloppiness from Rovers in the back, in the open 15 as well, and the Stevens, sloppy pass, and it leads to then having to buy a free kick. But like much to that, it paints that picture of look, it's another slow start. It's
yeah.
up against Galway. As I said, look, they're a tough team to break down. As you've already said as well, they're happy to kind of, like, if it was a draw that they came away with, they'd be
Delighted.
delighted with that result. Particularly at that region of the table. It's becoming a lot more congested, I suppose.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
is, and they're kind of in and around that area a little bit. Obviously, Waterford had a historically bad start to the season, really.
It came from two behind, so
Yeah, but they were kind of in those. It could be below whoever even the next spot was. But now Waterford are only 2 points off Sligo, and then Sligo are only 3 off Drogheda, who are 2 off Galway. So like from 10 to 7, there's 7 points.
yeah.
It's not a lot.
And you would think in the Waterford case that had they not started so slowly, where
Yeah.
they could be now.
Yeah, I suppose like they hadn't won a match until they have 3 wins this season, and all three of them have come in their last 6.
Yeah.
Up
So
until that point, it took them until the 18th of May to win a match.
yeah, which didn't make for pleasant viewing for Waterford. And I wouldn't mind in that time. Sure, Rovers went to the RSC and were lucky to come away with a point.
Yeah,
which still continues their record of being winless for so long. But on Rovers, again, it was more kind of pedestrian, predictable. Galway happy to sit there and watch Rovers play football in front of them. And look, I suppose the point that I'm overwhelmingly thinking about in the current kind of spell that we're at is how this is going to gear towards European football.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
these slow starts won't be.
they won't be tolerated by.
No, they won't.
Now, look, Floriana, when they come to Tallaght or when Rovers go to Malta, might be different.
But the further they get,
Yeah,
the less likely they are to be let away with having such a slow start or being so kind of complacent to begin.
yeah. Like I know Galway had a good chance on about 26 minutes from a set piece. Kind of pass it off from the set piece and has a shot blocked. Then we had on 29 minutes the SRFC Ultras celebrated their 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Great display actually as well, must be said, on prior to kickoff. But they, of
With
course,
the flags, the green and white flags.
yeah, green and white flags and a great display at the front of the south stand. Really nice pictures that I've seen since that game. And it was in the round that then they let off a whole host of flares that we at that time, because I had briefly seen that there might have been a water break on Friday in the League of Ireland because of obviously the recent heat
The
heat wave
this week, really. Yeah.
Yeah. But at that time I wasn't 100% sure if it was a water break or it was the ref stopping the game because
You couldn't see a thing.
because we couldn't see a thing
We
to
could
see if
not
that's.
see.
I don't know if they could see. They probably could. Look, you're on the pitch or
Yeah,
whatever.
it wasn't like the cup final last year where it was actually stopped.
Yeah. But yeah, that the flares look were well used to it. And
They
anyways,
were, but these were like,
at one
more
point
than
I
ever.
couldn't see my hands. I
Yeah, it
think.
was really bad. It was like a sandstorm or something.
Yeah, and plenty of fireworks to go with that too as
Yeah,
well, which
but no-
frightened me more than once.
Oh,
More than I like to
jeez,
admit.
Yeah. Don't be saying it on the pod.
I don't want to be losing.
Match on it.
Yeah, exactly. Macho points.
But yeah, no, there was one or two times, especially because the fireworks are going off at random times. They kind of went off for a while, but then kind of sporadically, then throughout the game, you just hear a little bang.
Yeah,
Like, what was that?
a jump scare.
Yeah, you'd be like, what is that?
Like you're watching a recent horror movie in the cinema.
Yeah, I think you got to see Obsession.
Yeah. The only thing we're obsessed with is the hoops. Yeah,
Your one wish that the Hoops win the league.
Was it the Wishing Willow?
The one wish willow.
The One Wish Willow. Rovers to win the treble. But yeah, then come back from what is it turns out to be the water break, and about 8 minutes later, I can know here is when the goal comes. Adam Brennan makes a dart and run down the wing. Has an attempt saved. The keeper doesn't do enough. Leaves Aaron Greene then, who has a shot blocked. Actually, sorry, a few minutes after that, when the goal came, that was just another chance that kind of showed a sign that Rovers were going to be. That it looked like they were heading that direction, stepping
Yeah.
up.
Looked like they were going to be kind of ramping forward, and that they did.
Yeah, because it was just about 7 minutes apart from that Aaron Greene chance. Look, at that point, I thought I didn't know how that didn't go in. But yeah, I said the correction there was that the goal was 7 minutes later. But it was similar as well. Adam Brennan down the wing again, but he finds Aaron Greene, who heads it home.
Yeah, it was a great goal.
Must say as well, hats off to Adam Brennan for his performance.
Yeah, it was one of his best ones.
He really was. Like, he wasn't. I think everyone, look, including obviously the coaches and the staff,
Yeah,
but every supporter knows his capabilities and what he's able to do when he does kind of run at defenders, and he did a lot of that on Friday, and he got the reward for 2 assists. He ends up getting man of the match as well. So, but yeah, he caused Galway issues down that left hand side the whole game, the whole 90.
yeah, yeah. He really did. It was one of his best performances so far this season, and that's not like we're not saying that like he plays bad ever.
Yeah,
He was, in my opinion, probably man of the match.
yeah, and he
Yes,
got it as well.
Yeah, but no, he was outstanding. Yeah, so getting the double of assists,
Yeah,
you can't argue, and especially that first one, that was a lovely little ball in.
yeah, yeah. No, it was, and yeah. Look, I suppose one I noted recently on the podcast was when Rovers went and lost 2-1 to Shelbourne in Talca Park. He scored the only goal, and he had quite a mixed performance in that game. There was moments where he was showed really bright spells, and there was moments where he wasn't. It wasn't clicking for him, but it's good to see. Look, everyone knows the talent he possesses. With a player of his stature and the age he's at, it's more so, I think, just a matter of how long Rovers can hold on to him.
Yeah.
Because look, you know the quality he has, and as well as that, there's a reason that other clubs from abroad were sniffing around from when he did leave UCD and came to Rovers. So you know exactly.
Young as well.
Yeah, he's justifying getting the Ireland call up as well.
Yeah.
Despite only getting 2 minutes, 3 minutes in that game against Canada, which I'm still not over. But
from his perspective, at least he got a free trip to Canada.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I'll take it. If they want to bring me along,
the Milltown Way.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
First cap.
But yeah, look, Adam Brennan, incredible performance yet again, and look, only a few minutes later, then Rovers would be 2 in front as well.
Yeah. But that second goal again, Adam Brennan getting the assist. What more could you ask for? This time, John McGovern getting the goal, and it was another very nice goal, very nice play altogether for John McGovern. We know people have been critical of him before. I think we've kind of always voiced support for him a little bit on this.
Yeah, I'd like to think we're supportive of everyone, Adam, aren't we?
Yeah, that's true.
We're
especially if you're named Corey O'Sullivan.
Or Adam Brennan, our two names
combined.
Yeah.
But that takes John McGovern up to 5 goals for the season now.
He's doing well when he gets the minutes. He
4 assists as well.
Yeah. When he gets the minutes, he definitely shows. You know,
He shows he deserves to be there.
Yeah, exactly that. And as well as that with John McGovern. Yeah, look, at the start of the season, he did have a spell probably where wasn't clicking for him.
A little bit dry spell, but strikers go through that.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate when it happens at the start or at the end of the season.
Yeah, at the start of the season, I would say he nearly fell in the same kind of category as a certain Jake Mulroney in terms of criticism from maybe some sections of the support.
Yeah, probably would have been one of the more vocally criticised players.
Jake Mulroney still has his critics. I feel like I speak about this every episode, but look, you just can't everyone has their right to their opinion, but look, with Jake, I think you're showing now. I know people might think that he's a bit more of the approach. I think people when he arrived at Rovers, people had that opinion that he was quite lazy, particularly from his stint at Pats and stuff. Comes up to Rovers, and he might have kind of seemed to continue that a little bit, but I think of the past month or so, maybe 1 or 2 months, Jake. I think personally, his efforts have stepped up massively, worlds apart. He's creating chances, he's getting his own chances, and he's making his own chances.
He created some good chances yesterday, for example.
Yeah, there was one in between the goals, literally on the 45th minute. He cuts in, he has a shot blocked. Look, wasn't overly dangerous, but it's just showing that he's having his confidence. I'm sure you need to be playing for Shamrock Rovers at the highest levels, in the league, and highest levels when European football comes soon, very soon as well. You need to back yourself, and with Jake, I think he might find it hard to do that with the critics maybe, or the criticism that he does get at times. But he's shown, on the pitch, he's shown that it's still there, because if his confidence was shot, there's a very easy chance he's not taking shots on. He's not. But in this case, he needs to back himself. He needs to get himself out of that rut. And I'm sure if he finds a goal and a few more assists, I'm sure
he will.
He'll kick on. Sometimes with players like that, just takes one moment to unlock them.
One big moment. And speaking on both of them, there was a chance then in the second half where Jake made a lovely move and played a ball into John McGovern, and it just was one there he was kind of caught in between his feet.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it on target, but they were two players who I think would have been nice to see them get that moment, especially together.
Yeah.
Considering they have been criticised.
Yeah, because we had only mentioned it.
We only mentioned it 2 minutes before.
Yeah. Because you said 2 minutes before, you said John McGovern, I said Jake, and then Jake set up John McGovern. Yeah.
Because John McGovern had just hit the post maybe 2 minutes before, which again, I was unlucky with that one. That was a lovely strike, and it was just off the post. But Yeah, so then they had another move a second later, and he just had it. It was just under. You know when they don't have full control of the ball, it's just under their feet, and they try to get a shot, but it's hard to. It's nothing. It is hard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he would be a
All my
professional footballer.
experience, yeah, all my experience of five aside.
Yeah, that's about it. Can't do it
Yeah.
on that stage. Wouldn't be able to do it in
No,
town.
but when it's underneath your feet, it's a pain. It's
Yeah.
painful.
Um, yeah, a few minutes after that, then Galway had a chance of their own. Didn't lead to anything, but it kind of just showed, that they hadn't gone away just yet. Um, but then you had again Adam Brennan again down that left wing, has a shot saved.
Yeah,
And a note that was on about 64 minutes that he's causing Galway plenty of issues. 2 minutes later, I had a note that so it was a water break that they were doing because they did it again
Yeah.
in the second half.
yeah.
So it wasn't there was no
This
flares
time
this time.
yeah. You could see this time, so we knew it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. At one point, I thought I was going to have to ask him, are we winning in that first half of the game? Because we didn't know the game was still going.
Yeah, you could have a look, and it's the end of the game.
Yeah,
The final whistle's gone.
because I heard the ref whistle, but I thought one either it's a water break or he's stopping the game because of flares. Then you couldn't see, so you didn't know if he
Yeah,
was
it
just
could have
whistling
been
as
a
normal.
foul or
Yeah,
an injury. Had no idea what it could have been.
yeah. Another chance then from Stephen Walsh, who left down on the left side. It was wide open, and McGinty was forced into a great save at about 73 minutes. And then Galway had a little bit of a spell. The ball into Frank Piero,
Yeah.
gets into the 6 yard box, and McGinty with another save just
Yeah.
3 minutes after that. Another good performance from McGinty. One
Yeah,
who
he
did,
pulls off some good saves.
yeah, one who did get criticism on the back of that Shelburne defeat as well. A lot stems from that, I think. He had it. Yeah, he had his critics quite seen critics more so being that he was flat-footed for the goals, meaning that it delayed his reaction to try to stop it.
Yeah,
And then there was a couple of moments he looked a little bit shaky against Waterford there last week, but I think look, these moments happen,
yeah,
and it's just all about how you react more and respond more than you sit there and dwell on them.
yeah. 100%. It's about you're going to make mistakes. Players are going to make mistakes. It wasn't even mistakes more so. It was just it wasn't like a big blatant serious mistake. It was just kind of not his best performance, and that happens.
Yeah,
I do feel like goalkeepers as a whole, though, when they have a bad game, it's a lot more visible.
yeah,
It's just that position. They're the only person in that position. It's
yeah. And I think I've probably said it too many times in this podcast. I personally think the keeper should be the last one to be criticised.
yeah, because it has
Obviously,
to get to that point.
yeah, like obviously, look, keepers make mistakes.
Last night in the
Howlers.
World Cup, did you see the one in the Uruguay game, Spain match from Muslera?
No, I didn't see it.
It was just like kind of right arm, and he got his hands, and then it just went by him and into the net anyway.
He
There
got
was one like where he basically nearly had it in his hands and it still went in.
he got taken off at half time, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's the goal that sends Cape Verde definitely through.
Yeah, that's them definitively true.
Yeah, that got them to second place and
Yeah.
got Messi having to, unfortunately, for himself, come up against Roberto Lopez.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Rovers, Michael Noonan, when he came on, done a lot of good stuff on the left. He had the ball in on 2 occasions and he earned himself a corner. He tried to deliver across on 2 occasions. And then 86 minutes, he delivers the third goal, runs down the left side, leaves space, slots at home. And that was a well-worked finish from him and showed exactly why everyone's after his signature.
Yeah, he's just, and don't forget the nice little celebration as well.
I love that. I do think I always think something's missing though, when Victor isn't on the pitch with him to do it. I know he's been out since that Bows game, but and I don't is he still hurt from that? It seems to be the case, but yeah, I love when the two of them do it together. That's how it started, or that was the first time we saw it. So yeah, when he's doing it himself with solo, it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's a bit like when I do this podcast solo. I'm Michael Noonan, you're Victor Osenfield.
Yeah, I'm out injured.
Then obviously look, 95 minutes on the 95th minute, ball in the box and Piero marked, heads it in, and it ends up just being a consolation goal, but
Yeah,
Rovers switch off and it ends 3-1. Can't argue with it, can you? 3-1 victory.
3-1 victory in a needed win.
Yeah, I think that was, I don't know, like there was a point where I think with Rovers but people, it's gone under the radar a little bit, I thought.
It was a little bit, yeah. But especially because with yesterday, Pats would have went level on points with them. Had Rovers lost and Pats won, and obviously they had their games in hand. But at the
But there would have
moment,
been
yeah,
three apart. Yeah,
going into the game yesterday, Pats technically were in the driving seat with a better goal difference and the games in hand. But they would also lose and Rovers would win. So
yeah. So that's it. Like I think people, yeah. What I mean by kind of going under the radar is that like Rovers, as I said, after that Derry game, it was in Pat's hands.
yeah,
I know, like, look,
you say there's a long way to go.
but
It's not early days anymore.
it's not early days, right?
It's only
It's
12 games.
this is what I mean. So like,
It feels a lot longer because the first part of the season goes so much longer than this part. Like the first part of the season, the second part of the season goes a lot longer because there's cup weekends and there's European football, so it just feels like a lot longer of a time. Like it doesn't feel like there's only 12 matches left in the season.
yeah, like like
Considering it ends at the end of October, start of
yeah,
November.
yeah. So like, obviously, look, and we even said that as well that it was mathematically it was in Pat's hands after Derry. I know been beaten by Boas and Rovers beat Galway, so now it's not in their hands anymore. Yeah. And there's 12 games to go, but there's if it was if it's any other league, you're kind of thinking it's only 12 games to go, and because then there's a run in, whereas this is a bit more spread out.
Yeah.
That it gives a different feel. Particularly, I know obviously now you have for Rovers, you have European football coming now. You don't have it for Pats. They didn't get European football. And then, but yeah, so like
then is that an advantage for them going into the later half of the season than not having to play 2 games a week?
I suppose only time will tell, but I think obviously in the legs and stuff, yeah. But yeah. I would say at the same time, Rovers are well versed in this now.
They've done it.
It's not their first rodeo. So it's not their first rodeo.
No,
they've been around the block
a good few times at this point now.
Yeah, but yeah, look. So overall, left Tallaght feeling good on Friday, yesterday. Feeling good and much needed win, I think. And it just them type of performances need to continue and make sure to take it into Sligo as well.
It does, yeah, and just hopefully they can keep winning and Pats keep losing really well. Not even, it's just if Rovers win their matches, they win all their matches, they win the league.
Yeah, this is this early on,
this early not on. Early. We literally just thought about there's only 12 matches left.
Well, Pats have 14, which sounds like a lot more.
It does. It does actually.
But I suppose look, we'll leave it there on the Galway chat, and we'll move it on to Shamrock Rovers' third goal scorer of the game.
Yeah.
Also to note that was three Rovers goals, 3 strikers.
Yeah.
And we always say that Rovers struggle in front of goal.
Yeah.
None of them were set pieces either.
They're putting us to silence.
Yeah.
They weren't happy.
Silencing the critics and happily be silenced on that front.
No, but 100%.
Yeah. Stephen Bradley spoke during the week on Michael Noonan and the saga, I suppose.
Yeah, of his transfer.
Every club seems to be interested in him in Europe.
Don't blame him.
No, look, he showed it yet again of why everyone would be interested. Nottingham Forest are in there, Hoffenheim, Celtic. Even like a few months ago, particularly on the back of the Under-17s World Cup, I was hearing Everton's, United's, Liverpool's,
Celtics.
Not Celtic.
Their name was thrown around.
No, what? Yeah,
Just don't want it.
No, I don't.
Not after the treatment of Johnny Kenny.
Yeah, Liam Scales tends to get quite a bit of stick as well.
For a club that's meant to be, I know we'll probably get people giving out now, but for a club that's so Catholic and so proud of their Irish roots, they're very critical of Irish players way more than others.
Yeah, no, they are. Whatever about look, it seems to be the way online it comes across like that. That's
now. I doubt it's in the stadiums. It's always the online crowd.
Yeah, because as we know, anyways, and everyone else would know that does go to the game. There's normally a huge difference between the online fan base and the match going supporters.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Online fans tend to be more negative and more vocal as well, so it comes across more like there's a larger like negative following, kind of
But
a larger negative. It feels like the negative opinion is more prominent because people don't go online to give praise. Like people go like, for example, I'll try a trip advice. Like people don't go on. If you guys are at a restaurant and you have a horrible time, you're much more likely to say it than if you went and had a good time.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
tell people more like you're more likely to tell people if something bad happens
yeah.
than good.
But I suppose, look, we're talking about TripAdvisor here. Supposed to be talking about Michael Noonan.
Well, hopefully
um,
he's not advising a trip abroad yet.
hopefully he's not checking any reviews of anywhere that's not Tallaght Stadium.
Exactly.
Stephen Bradley, his quote, "I don't see it," in reference to him departing this summer. "I haven't been told anything otherwise. I don't expect that to change. I don't see Michael not being here until the end of the season at least." And he goes on to mention that he does have a strong relationship with the player and his mother, Sandy. And yeah, so it's interesting. And yeah, I suppose, well, first of all, what do we make of that?
Well, to be fair, I think we've reckoned that he was going to be here until the end of the season at least.
I didn't.
Oh, well, I did. I thought he was going to be here until January. I know he'll be 18 now in July and he can go to England then.
Yeah,
But
that's what I thought he would have been straight on the plane.
for some reason, I've always had a feeling that he's going to stay until January.
So I thought about this
Maybe
literally
it was a
actually
bit of
not too.
hope more than anything.
Yeah, it's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
What I would say is that I did think of, and it was even before this actually came out about him speaking about Michael Noonan, is I thought if he was to sign for someone,
Yeah.
that I thought maybe they'd loan him back until January. You know, that kind of.
I suppose, yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking as well. But what I was thinking was that we'd have him until January.
His parent club is Shamrock Rovers till January.
Yeah.
See that? I don't know. Like, this is not me saying I don't believe Stephen Bradley. But like, look, obviously managers and stuff, and at every corner of football remain tight-lipped on things like this, particularly sensitive matters.
They don't know. To be fair, sometimes they're left in the dark as well.
Yeah. There's part of me that does think if Stephen Bradley's saying this, he'll say this until it's announced that he's after joining someone. That's it.
He doesn't want to say, "Oh, he's leaving."
Yeah, like I can't consider. Yeah, like if
he's not going to come out and go, yeah, he's gone, lads.
Yeah, and we're in June and he's going to leave at the end of July.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm look. First of all, I'm more than happy that is the case. That is what Stephen Bradley believes. Michael Noonan is a phenomenal player.
Yeah, wish him all the best. Obviously.
Yeah, at Rovers.
Well,
you can support him next week. Don't worry.
He's on a lifetime contract.
So yeah, on that front, I think more than happy that he should be here. Still don't think it should change Rovers' plans for pursuing a striker, however.
No, I do think they need a striker anyway, because
I think
whether he stays or goes, Aaron Greene is getting on there.
Even though he keeps slotting them home.
He does.
2-2.
Rory Gaffney is nowhere to be seen.
I think I don't know where he is. We need to get him microchipped.
Yeah, well, we thought we were never going to see him again, and then he came back.
And then he was in that video wishing Pico well, and who was that guy?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Where is he?
Where is Rory Gaffney? But yeah, look, with Michael, I think, look, if he stays, it's great. Rovers could definitely deal with him and showed his value yet again. And look, he's young, of course. He's 17 at the end of the day, but he shows his levels regularly. Shows he's able to do it on this stage. Youngest ever goal scorer in a European competition.
Like, that's just...
You can't argue with it.
You can't forget that's
Michael Noonan.
Yeah, that's just a phenomenal stat.
But
like, ever.
I do think if it's not July, it's January.
Yeah, no, I think January he'll be gone anyway.
So if that's the case, Rovers need to plan for another striker.
Yeah.
There is strong rumours going about. Look, we don't know anything on the matter.
Yeah, I don't like talking about rumours.
The rumour mill.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming up to the summer. It's the time when it's most prominent.
That's time I feel like usually this time of year it's already started, but because of the World Cup, people tend to your likes of not. Like,
I don't think Rovers are going for Lamine Yamal. That's right. And if so, sure, Pico's already pocketing him.
Yeah,
He's
that's
in the
true.
Pico penitentiary at the moment. Don't know if he's going to let him out on bail.
But no, I don't mean with Rovers, but I just mean in general. You tend to hear less about transfer news. Like
When it's a World Cup
you
year.
don't see that Fabrizio Romano clown every
Don't get me
second.
started. But
Calm them out.
Paddy Power, I saw obviously tongue in cheek from Paddy Power, but saying Pico's likely next club.
Yeah.
The favourite was Crumlin United. I think United were in there. Man United were in there at 80-1.
Only could
So
happen.
if United can pull minimum a 9-figure deal, maybe we'll start listening. Until then,
Breaks the transfer record.
But yeah, with Michael Noonan, I think Rovers need to plan for bringing in an additional striker, regardless of
They'll have to peak
when he
on money to be able
departs.
to spend. I suppose.
So
Might be able
don't,
to get you mal.
don't want to cash in on him.
No, that's
Invaluable. How much do you pay for an invaluable player?
It's like one of them where they have to keep paying us every year forever.
But yeah, I suppose from reading the quote yourself, Stephen Bradley, is he bluffing his lines, or is he telling the truth? That and look, we don't know.
I genuinely think
Stephen here
he
beside
thinks himself that even if Michael Noonan leaves next month, that he'll be back on loan for it. I think he believes that while he might not be a Rovers player on paper, he'll be lining up in Rovers colours
till maybe
January.
hopefully December, till Christmas.
Yeah,
if there's European football.
Yeah, but it's just, are we being hopeful? Is Bradley being hopeful? Is he lying to himself and not just us?
Or if he goes with what we're saying here of, say for example it was announced he signed someone permanently,
Yeah,
and then he's loaned to us until January. But then Stephen's still telling the truth, saying that he sees Noonan here till the end of the season.
that's what I'm saying.
He's doing a.
He's not lying. He's just not telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Noonan he does have a little bit of criticism at times. He gets from sections of the support, but I just think I don't think how you can criticize a 17-year-old who. Look, I don't mean just 17-year-old in general, because there is there is that thought process of if he's lining out for the first team.
Yeah.
You're subject to
he's a first team player.
Yeah, and he is a first team player,
but it's not like he's been a bad first team player. He's been exceptional.
Yeah, he's gone through patches where he's not performed as well as
all strikers do.
Like every other position we've mentioned.
Very few players just outside of like the elite of the elite, like the top 10 players in the world, go through patches where they just aren't playing well. And again, at the end of the day, they're people, so we don't know. Those patches could be due to something going on in their personal life, and I understand they're professional footballers. You should try to separate it, but it's not as easy to say that as to do.
We're only human after all. Yeah, well, that's exactly the point, and particularly for criticism. As I said, look, everyone's right to criticize and stuff, but the 17-year-old versus maybe a 28-year-old is quite different. Michael Noonan, he's been a phenomenal player for Rovers. He's gone through his patches, no doubt, where he hasn't been firing on all cylinders as much as he'd like to be. He probably should score against Derry on Monday. He didn't. Gets a goal against Galway, and you're thinking, look, at that stage of your career, it's all about learning on the job, essentially.
Yeah,
and
you're playing at the deep end.
Yeah, you're playing at such a high level. You're playing for like Ireland's number one without being.
You're playing for the best team in the country.
Yeah,
playing in European competitions.
You're playing for a team that's expected to qualify now at this stage.
Yeah,
Rovers. If Rovers weren't to qualify for the Conference League at least this year, there's a disappointment around that. I'd be disappointed.
Yeah,
and that's
accustomed to it.
Yeah, and that's a compliment to Stephen Bradley and everything he's built at Rovers, because now he's built this level of expectation at the club that it's as I said, if you're not qualifying for Europe, it's a disappointment.
Yeah.
So it's not a criticism. It's a complete opposite. It's only a compliment.
Yeah, it's a testament to how well they've been these last few years.
Yeah.
And that despite, obviously we would be disappointed if they don't make it, but you're also like, all right, they don't make it this year. Gives them at least a month or two to see what. because a bit longer off. Because we've talked so many times about how the last few years it's just been all go 90 miles an hour.
This podcast got 90 miles an hour when we're here till until we're here when recording episodes until Santa's coming because of
Yeah,
European football.
and we're recording Monday night ones until 1 a.m. and stuff.
Don't get me started. Our favourite type.
The post match,
And there'll be more of them soon with these European fixtures coming around as well.
definitely.
Well, and again, it's a punishment of success. But I suppose
It's the catchphrase of the show.
we'll move it on,
Yeah.
and that's to a game which is taking place on Tuesday.
Nice one. We're moving on to a game.
That's what we do here, the Milltown Way. Shamrock Rovers play Hibernian on Tuesday I was about to say it's a preseason friendly for Hibernian.
Yeah.
It isn't for
A
Shamrock. It's a
mid-season
mid-season friendly for Shamrock Rovers, coming in right in the thick of it as well, between two games.
I
And
know,
European
it feels
football
like
on
it
the
was nearly-
horizon.
Feels like it was nearly badly timed, but at the end of the day, it's for the funds go to the academy. So
Yeah,
is there
so
a bad time for that?
all the money that goes through or on ticket sales and everything that goes with it goes to the Shamrock Rovers Community Foundation. So do make sure you get your ticket and go if you can. 8 p.m. kickoff on Tuesday. It's a weird one, this game. It's you're coming up to it and thinking minutes wise, as I said, we're right in the thick of between Galway at home and Sligo away, and a week on from that game, from the Hibernian friendly, is obviously European football, is the away leg in Floriana
Yeah.
in Malta. So it's coming at probably the wrong time. Look, I know the clubs are close, and obviously with Hibernian, look, everyone knows that the roots that it goes back to as well, and that's why Shamrock Rovers are playing Hibernian in this friendly. So the money, the reasons behind it, the cause and stuff is all correct. As I said, it's just minutes wise and timing is probably just slightly inconvenient, but it depends, I suppose, as well what type of lineup Stephen Bradley's going to go with on Tuesday.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I think you have to rotate the whole team.
I think so.
I want to see Super League Stacey.
That's all I want to see. And Alex Noonan, give them a half each.
Yeah.
We're gonna get. I can see it already. We're gonna get into the talk of what squads you play in a friendly. The way we did with this Canada Qatar friendlies.
Yeah.
But look, that's our favourite segment. No, I think one half Lee Stacey, one half Alex Noonan.
Yeah.
For starters.
Just rotate the team as much as possible.
Yeah, you can't.
For the academy, just play the academy.
Yeah, and you could end up seeing a lot.
12-year-old.
Obviously, there was news as well recently about Alex Noonan going to Ipswich.
Yeah.
That had only come out not too long ago. At the moment, it's been. I haven't heard anything since the reports, but with Tuesday in mind, I think Rovers should be overly rotating. I don't like, particularly when 3 days later, it's not just it's a league game. It's not just another league game. It's away and it's in Sligo.
Yeah,
you're not.
True.
It's not a Dublin derby that's away. It's not.
No.
It's not any club that's even near. It's quite a far trip to Sligo. So you want to be bearing that in mind, and of course, more importantly than that, I suppose, is that it's Floriana, literally a week to the day.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be a nice little Tuesday day out.
Little chill one as well, because
relax.
You can go there and
sit down for the match.
Ooh.
Feeling adventurous.
And as well as that, like with this Hibernian game, you're going with no pressure of Rovers need to get 3 points and then pushing for last minute winners and the whole lot. It's a friendly.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We're all friends. We're all friends here, and
you've got a friend in me.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I'm looking forward to just being able to
watch
more of a
relaxed mood.
Yeah,
be nice.
But yeah, look, it'll be interesting. As I said, what type of lineup Stephen Bradley goes for? It should be, as we're saying here, should be a heavily rotated one at that. A lot of games for these players, and when you think back, we touched on it at the start of this season of Rovers not getting as much of a break as everyone else. Obviously, Conference League ran up until the week before Christmas, and then they were back a week early. Well, the league came back a week earlier than normal, and then Rovers were back a week earlier for the President's Cup as well.
Yeah, so they only got kind of nearly 6 weeks off. That was it. so it wasn't really off, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I mentioned earlier. That if they didn't get Conference League, I suppose the only benefit you'd look at that is that they get that bit extra time off. But anyway, you want them to still get it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But we'll move it on.
Yeah, from a game that wasn't that we were watching relaxed to one you weren't watching relaxed.
Maybe too relaxed though at one point because I was nearly
Yeah,
dozing off, and that wasn't for the quality of the football. It was just because it was 1 a.m. That
yeah.
was, of course,
Why was it on a? They could have just put it at 12
yeah,
or 11.
something that just makes it easier for all the Cape Verde fans in
Yeah,
Ireland, because there's a lot of
and
us.
all the fans in Cape Verde, like they're on a similar time zone to us.
Yeah, but the Blue Sharks keep on swimming.
They keep there's blood in the water,
They're
and they can smell
gonna need a bigger team. Yeah,
Yeah,
Cape Verde.
congratulations, really. That's it.
That's it. First of all, huge congratulations, not just of course to Cape Verde for advancing in their first ever World Cup appearance to the round of 32. Not only did they do that, qualified on what we say merit. It wasn't that they're getting through in this new format with
No,
third place finish. They're
no.
getting there because they finished second in their
Yeah, they
group.
finished second in a group that had Spain and Uruguay.
So
Like that's remarkable.
yeah,
Smallest country ever to reach the knockout stage of a World Cup.
yeah, and obviously a huge congratulations, of course, to our very own Roberto Lopez as
Uh,
well, who's over there, and yeah,
Hopefully
maybe
he's
he's
staying there for a bit longer.
yeah. That's why. So like in his plans when thinking of this, thinking ahead, he probably wasn't allowing for this much time. Maybe do you
I
think?
don't think so. I think he probably thought he was gonna
Hoping at
hoping, but I think
best.
realistically, a lot of people were like, "All right, the groups."
Yeah, like particularly as we were talking before we started recording, his mom is due back in work this Monday. Today, when you're hearing this,
Yeah.
um, surely she'll be there to watch her son
You think they have
play
to.
Lionel
They should give
Messi.
her a few days extra off.
Yeah, I should just give her till the 19th of July just
Like
to be
that should
safe.
be in all our contracts. If your son makes the World Cup, you get the time off. Where's that clause?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, obviously, look, a 0-0 draw with Saudi Arabia. Uruguay were defeated 1-0 by Spain, so it meant that Cape Verde finished second on 3 points, 3 draws, 3 points,
Yeah.
and it's enough to finish second. Uruguay finished on 2 points.
Yeah.
Bielsa had a bit of a meltdown,
Yeah, I seen that.
screaming at an
He's a
viewer,
clown. What a clown.
and then he said something about he has nothing left for these players, that he tried to improve them and he couldn't. Something along those lines in his post-match press conferences as well. After
Yeah, well,
Uruguay,
just because you couldn't get past the formidable Blue Sharks.
I don't look. Not many can.
No one can so
No one
far.
can. You're right.
They've not lost a match in the last 18 months.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Seen that on BBC this morning.
And they're not going to lose another one for the next 18 months.
The World Cup.
um,
Technically, they could go out without losing a match.
the way Arsenal did the whole Champions
Yeah.
League without losing a match
Ooh.
after 90
Yeah.
minutes. But yeah, it's a huge achievement by Cape Verde and Roberto Lopez. It's one that everyone
Just
supports it
delighted
from
for
home.
him.
Yeah, it's such a feel good story, and it's continuing now. Hopefully, odds are that it's looking to last past Friday in terms of progression,
You never know.
but you never know.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, everyone predicting how many goals are Spain going to score against them in the opening game.
0.
Exactly, nada.
Yeah.
You shall not pass. The
I
Pico
think a lot of people thought they were going to
penitentiary.
concede more than 2, which is the amount they conceded in the whole group.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It really is.
The game against Saudi Arabia was they should have won the game. They had a
Yeah.
couple of chances towards the end there where it doesn't go in. They have like one shot goes wide. No,
Yeah.
ultimately it didn't matter.
No, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter.
But you're thinking the players probably didn't know that.
No, they wouldn't have. I don't. If I was a
unless the
manager,
message
I
was-
don't tell them.
Oh, do you?
No,
You don't tell me career mode, do you? On FIFA.
No, but I just don't think you should. I think.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. No, definitely not, because then it just affects them. But yeah, at that time, and then it was nice. Then the full time whistle goes. All the players huddle around someone's phone
Yeah.
to see, because obviously the Uruguay game lasted like 1 or 2 more minutes, then after theirs. And
I
it
think
was,
even if it was a draw, they still would have went through.
I think so, but it wouldn't have been confirmed until everyone played then.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was
Yeah.
confirmed, obviously, because Uruguay were defeated. Yeah, I think 3 points and 0 goal difference would have been enough.
Yeah, they both would have been on 3 points and 0 goal difference at that point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it looks the Uruguay are out now.
yeah,
3 points is they're already out. Like they can't. They're not
they've
even getting any of the third place spots. Like
they've been bitten by the blue sharks.
yeah, and they haven't recovered.
That's yeah, it's gonna leave a nasty scar. Yeah, look, Stephen Bradley was on the RT studio.
Yeah.
We said this.
We said it in the stand. We seen him dressing all fancy.
Yeah, he
We're
was.
like, oh, he's definitely going to RTE.
He was. Yeah, he was dressed to impress on Friday, and yeah, we both said he's definitely going to be heading for
He
RTE
seems
now
to be in
after
his
this game.
Rovers top and everything. Like,
Yeah, and he FaceTimed. Did you see
that was brilliant.
He FaceTimed Roberto Lopez while he was on RTE. Roberto Lopez said he has to calm it down a bit then if that's the case. He got called in for doping as well.
Yeah.
And
Stephen Bradley was like, I understand why.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
But look, it's a story that's nice for everyone to hear, whether you're, you live in Ireland.
Yeah, you're a football fan.
Yeah, even people who aren't into football are saying, "Oh, it's all your man there," and he's born in Crumlin, he's playing for Cape Verde, and they'll say if they're asking me if it's in maybe the office because not a lot of people are into the football, so they'll come to me and ask, and then I'm like, "Oh, he played Shamrock Rovers," and
even still, I seen a New York Times article about him.
Yeah, he's everywhere
because they were talking about why there was this one Irish pub in New York, full of everyone going mental for Cape Verde, and it was a full New York Times article about him. Like, that's just mad.
Yeah, even after what was the Spain game, he was on. Was the late show? Or he's on one of them shows with James Corden and Zlatan Ibrahimovic was on it, well. And then they were talking about when they played each other during COVID.
Karaoke with James Corden.
But yeah, so then and he was on with Zlatan Ibrahimovic talking about when they played each other during COVID. They played in Tallaght Stadium and he scored.
Was still terrified.
Exactly, he hasn't slept since, I've heard.
He was shivering beside him.
But it's nice to see how it's pulled everyone together, I think, and I think that gives, I'm not going to put a negative twist on this, it gives a glimpse of how it would have been had Ireland been there as well. Particularly after Czechia's disappointing campaign where
bring it up.
They finished last in their group.
Still not over.
No.
It's 3 months later and I'm still not over.
Yeah, it's...
What, was it the 26th or something of March?
Yeah.
It's like 3 months to the day, nearly.
But yeah, look, I'm after.
We're not getting solemn on this podcast.
No, this is about Roberto Lopez. As I said, it's brought everyone together. My point was there that it shows a sliver of what it would have been had Ireland been there. However, Pico's there. He's doing a phenomenal job. Kept
him with the Ireland flag after.
Yeah, someone threw it on the pitch. It's a phenomenal story.
I'm just like, no, I wish I could just go.
I know.
I'd love to go to that
Argentina on Friday.
Where is it on in America even?
I didn't check that. I saw it's 11 p.m. Irish time.
That's good. I'll be staying up, and it's not that late either. It's a nice little time.
The only thing is the same night as Sligo away.
Yeah, it's in Miami.
And that's that's where Messi plays as well. Is that Inter Miami Stadium?
Yeah. No, I don't know. No, it's the
Inter Miami will have a tiny. Well, not tiny, but
it's the American football stadium. It's the Hard Rock.
You forget
Stadium or whatever it's called, the Miami Stadium.
None of them have their sponsor names.
Yeah, because they're not FIFA's official sponsors. The only one is the one in Mexico. That's the only stadium. The Estadio Azteca.
Didn't know we had a Mexican on the lead podcast.
So that's the one. That's the main one. That's where the opening game was on.
Yeah. Oh,
that's hosted the World Cup finals before as well.
Yeah. But yeah, now he comes up on Friday, plays Argentina. As I said, it's 11 p.m. Irish time. I haven't checked to see if it's on RT. I'm just going to presume it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, surely.
There's no other matches on at the time. It will be on RT.
Oh, yeah.
All World Cup matches have been, to be fair. In some manner.
11 p.m. Irish time.
Come on.
Obviously, look, Rovers are playing Sligo away that night at 8:15. So if you're watching Sligo and Rovers from home, you'll be able to switch over. If you're there.
Double billing.
And if you're there like me, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Find out wherever there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. And when Pico's there, you'll try that bit harder.
Yeah, exactly. So some thoughts. We won't be another episode before Cape Verde play Argentina.
No.
So, any thoughts on how does Cape Verde manage to how does Messi manage to get past Pico
He
Lopez
doesn't. That's
into the Pico penitentiary?
I think, yeah, no, I don't. I do think they're gonna go out.
Yeah, look, you're gonna.
Who cares? They get to play
Yeah.
Ireland. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's a 1-0 or even in a penalties.
Ooh.
They should just
Ooh.
put 10 men at the back and just play for penalties every match.
Yeah, I just look. Obviously, odds are stacked against them, and there's in my head, I'm like,
I'm like, if they sit there, they're strong enough that they can. If they kept out Spain,
this is what I'm thinking. Like,
but also there is Lionel Messi. He's just
there is a Pico Lopez.
I know.
There's a Pico Lopez in the woods.
But I don't even know. Messi, I know he hasn't even played his third match as this has been recorded. He's playing tonight
Oh yeah,
against Jordan.
he scored all their goals. So they've only
He's-
scored.
he's
They
scored-
scored. Sorry, they're saying only. They scored 5 goals in 2 games. They scored
5
all of them.
goals. That first match as well, he hit the post. Keeper made a great save. He scored an offside goal, and then he just scored a hat trick as well. And then he missed the penalty,
Yeah,
and then scored another 2 anyway. Like,
Pico won't be giving away penalties.
no, of course not. They
Into the Pico penitentiary. It's a
They might have to
lifetime
foul
sentence.
him just to keep him at bay.
Yeah, look, as I said, we won't have another episode between now and that game when Cape Verde come up against Argentina. Friday, 11 p.m. As I said, it's presumably, I think it is on RTE.
Yeah,
And of course, everyone at the Milltown Way wish them nothing but the best of luck.
yeah.
He's done everyone proud, regardless of what happens. If they lose 7-0, it doesn't matter. He's done everyone
Yeah,
proud.
it doesn't matter.
And sure,
Let's hope the Blue Shacks keep swimming.
exactly. The silver lining will be if they do go out, we'll have Pico back maybe in the
Yeah.
next couple of weeks or so.
He deserves a week or 2 off at least.
Yeah, exactly. But no, look, we all wish him the best. We hope he does it. And if not, sure,
That's that.
we're not gonna. No one. I don't think I'm gonna be too annoyed if he doesn't.
Yeah.
If Cape Verde don't manage to beat Argentina.
Yeah. That's just a crazy sentence to say in the first place.
Yeah. We'll move it on.
Yeah.
Last segment. And that is Shamrock Rovers coming up, as I've said, against Sligo Rovers this Friday at 7:45. It was initially supposed to be Saturday.
Yeah.
It got moved to the Friday due to Rovers being in European action on the Tuesday against
Yeah.
Floriana. But yeah, tough game. Not going to be easy. And the last
No.
time Rovers went there, Pico got sent off.
Well, he can't be this time.
No.
Let's just hope he doesn't get sent off on Friday anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the only way that Argentina are going to unlock them.
It's the only way they can win.
Sligo sitting 9th in the table, as we were already touching on about Waterford climbing up, getting points on the board. Sligo sitting 9th. They have a game in hand over Waterford and are 2 points above them. They are, however, 3 points off Drogheda, and that's obviously a safety spot. And they have a game in hand over Drogheda. However, the goal difference is quite a bit different there. So, yeah, they won't be overly confident. Sligo's only win in their last 8 games is in Tallaght Stadium against Rovers. They won 2-1 there.
97.
That was a 97th minute winner, which is funny because that was like 4 days before Rovers done the exact same thing to Bows.
Yeah.
And no one forgets that.
No.
I don't forget
Yeah.
that for sure. The limbs that Enda Stevens caused in that game. But yeah, I suppose overall thoughts going in.
I think Rovers will beat them. I do reckon so. But as you mentioned, the last time they played them, Sligo did win. So that's going to be in the players' heads a little bit. Last time Rovers went there, they did win 2-0, but you did have that Pico Lopez red card. And then towards the end of last season, obviously, remember Sligo would beat Rovers in the last game of the season when
Yeah.
the league was already wrapped up. But if you're looking at the last 5, Sligo have won 2, Rovers have won 2, and there's been a draw in terms of their last 5 matchups against each other. So I don't know if it's really anyone's game, but I do reckon Rovers have enough to just beat them.
They should do. And, like, look,
Coming
it's...
off yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been Friday when this comes out, but
Yeah.
I reckon they'll have enough in them to beat them.
They're in poor form at the minute as well. 3 defeats in a row. They haven't scored in their last 2, and they've conceded 6 in that time. One of them being a 4-0 defeat to Waterford.
Yeah.
Obviously, our bottom of the table. They've lost 3-1 to Bows in that time as well, and 2-0 to Pats. So, look, Rovers are playing them at a good time, but sure, with this league, we know more than anyone. that these things can just flip like a switch, and all of a sudden Sligo could
It's
get
probably one of the most unpredictable leagues.
and as well for Sligo, sure. They probably saw that win in Tallaght, and this will be the moment that kicks them on a little bit more and gives them a bit of a boost. And
Hopefully.
Well, I'll say for Sligo.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't know you're a Sligo supporter. You always say Rovers. You must have been to Sligo.
You didn't know. I don't think I'm a double agent.
It's like Scooby-Doo. I take off the mask. But yeah, it's a tough place to go, no doubt. Long trip as well.
It is a long trip.
We'll play like I presume it'll play a factor, I suppose, as well. I think Rovers obviously then go to Malta the following Tuesday. Not sure what the details are of their charter of when the players are going. I know one was organised, as I was saying in one of the previous episodes. One was organised, and obviously the players are going on that too. So it'll be interesting to see when the Rovers are going to plan to get there and when they're going to plan to leave. But overall, sticking on Sligo, I suppose we'll talk about that European tie when in the next episode. But for Sligo, it's a tough game. As I said, there's no easy ones in the league. They're second from bottom, and it shows that look the standards that are in this league, that anyone can really beat anyone. That's not a lie in any way.
It's just very unpredictable.
Yeah. The good thing is Rovers have a week. Well, you're presuming none of the regular starters are in that lineup for Hibernian. You would hope that all the players who played against Galway are going to have that week now to recover for Sligo. And
hopefully.
The only thing it does a little bit of disservice then to the friendly against Hibernian if you were to not play any. But look, Rovers are in their own season.
It's their own season, like at the end of the day.
European football's coming knocking soon enough, and it's, I suppose, would you say it's another must win at this stage of the season?
Yes, it is, yeah. Like you just want 12 matches left, you want momentum's a big part of that, and you want to capitalise on the win from the good, very good win as well against Galway. So you just want more of the same, and at this stage in the season, and like obviously just 12 matches left, but it's spanned over the next 4 months.
Yeah.
But momentum is a big deal, and especially with Europe coming up and everything, you don't want them going into their European match on a loss.
Yeah.
You want them going in confidence.
Particularly when it's away to Floriana. Like next two games, Rovers aren't back in Tallaght until 14th of July for the second leg against Floriana either, so it's a while before they go back to Tallaght. Pat's home to Galway on the same night. Obviously, they're the main watch for the title race at the minute. I know Bows are second, so there is that, but it's obviously Pat's with their games in hand would overcome Bows if they were to be played and they were to come away. But yeah, I suppose Bows go to Drogheda, Rovers go to Sligo, and Pat's host Galway. It's they're in some way, would you expect all the top three to win their games? Yes, but I don't know. I said last episode that I didn't think Pats were going to win at Bows. I was right. I don't think Bows are going to win at Drogheda, however.
No.
I don't think. Even though Drogheda are struggling, I don't think they'll entirely be... I don't think they'll come away with 3 points there. And Bows went down to 10 and still won. Got a goal after the red card as well against Pats. And Sligo, as of recording this, Sligo are playing tonight.
Yeah. Home
to Shelbourne, so we don't know what their most recent game is going in.
No.
But yeah, based off what we've seen, I suppose Rovers should be doing this on
100%. Yeah.
Shamrock Rovers, that is, Adam.
I know.
But yeah, as I said, it's a long trip for the players. That must play a factor as well.
It does, yeah. It's a long drive.
Yeah, like you're probably all on this team bus, you would presume. You would be on a team bus. I don't think any lads are going to drive down. No. I wouldn't imagine.
No. You want to be on the team bus with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously to go back to the same line, and then they're preparing for a trip to Malta.
Yeah.
Very soon. It's quite. Look,
it's a lot on.
It's a lot on,
they're busy.
I had thought initially with the Sligo game, because that was put down for Saturday, I thought then Floriana was going to be a Wednesday.
Yeah, it does seem.
Even though it's the same break, say 2 days, but
I don't know. It just feels more normal with Saturday, Wednesday.
Yeah, particularly Saturday, Tuesdays would have been tough when you're away to Sligo and you're away to Malta, to Floriana in Malta. It's a bit more of a tighter turnaround. So, yeah, look, I think Rovers just more of the same.
Yeah, just keep it up, basically. Keep the momentum going.
Minus the slow start, however.
Yeah, well,
We'll say that. Rovers. The point when I was
Tend to have
making,
less slow starts away from home.
this is it. So when they're away, they kick off a bit quicker. Don't know what. I don't know if it's that kind of backs against.
Wanting to get in and they get
Yeah,
going, really, I suppose. I don't know.
the home fans. You're obviously like some grounds are more hostile than others. Say,
Yeah.
Sligo not too hostile. I don't think.
No, it's not a majorly hostile one.
No, the ground's quite a bit smaller. They don't really sell it out either.
No.
Don't think they really ever sell it out. The only thing you do see in that away end is just like a bit of cage between.
Yeah.
There's always a bit of stick and there's always like something being thrown normally.
Yeah.
So you'll expect to see that next Friday. But yeah, the lineup would be interesting as well because what Bradley's going to have to take into consideration is if he's played anyone against Hibernian and Floriana as well.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know what selection wise he'll go.
It's a tricky one, yeah. Like, who do you rest or when do you rest certain players?
Like, you're going to have to not prioritise, but manage minutes. Look, obviously Bradley's well versed in doing just
He
that.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, won't be giving them any pointers on that one. But and then it's weird because then after when they play Floriana, there's no game that weekend. It's a full week from Floriana to Floriana.
Yeah,
between
true.
that away and home leg.
Yeah, because there's no home match or there's no match that week at all.
Yeah, because they got brought forward.
Yeah.
That's why Roberts played a couple of Mondays recently. Derry most recently there.
Yeah.
And Bowes on that Monday as well.
But then again, they'll have Floriana at home and then straight into the cup.
Yeah, and that's a Tuesday, Friday. Even though we were saying this about it's the same as Wednesday, Saturday, or Thursday.
It just feels like less time.
It does. I don't know what.
It's a weekday.
2 midweeks.
It's a weekday.
Yeah, that's it. There's 2 midweek days, and you
don't think of Friday as a weekend.
Yeah, I would have liked that Cork game to be a Saturday as well.
It would have been nice. The cup should be the weekend.
Yeah, should be something different.
Yeah, on a Saturday. Put on a Saturday at 3:00. The cup should be, I think,
up for the cup. But yeah, and look, that'll
get to that. We'll cross that bridge.
Yeah, and that'll lead to another late recording as well after Floriana, probably as well, our favourite one. The enthusiasm. But yeah, look, I suppose we'll leave it there at the Sligo chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've covered a lot, I suppose, in this past over hour. Five things to get through, and a lot of news around the club. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, it was a busy week.
Yeah, with Pico the bet again, wishing him the best of luck in his tie against Argentina. Hopefully the Blue Sharks keep on swimming. But that's it for this episode of the Milltown Way. As always, thanks for listening. Do follow us across all our social media platforms. At the Milltown Way, across your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams. Make sure you do give this episode a listen. Make sure you share it around as well to anyone you think might be interested. But other than that, that's it from me. And as always, thanks for listening. We'll chat to you after Sligo.
Thank you.
Love you.